Hello, welcome all to another Let's Play of Dwarf Fortress DF2014 with me, Epiok. Alright, so in our last episode we started creating our military. We started clearing out a few other areas, talked about building a hospital, and basically had to deal with some issues, primarily to do with the construction next to my home, which has been keeping me from actually recording. And I had to go into the video and cut out some pieces I didn't want to because, well, you heard me talking and you could hear beep, 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 and we're not going to deal with that. So anyways, so if that does happen again in this video, I apologize. I can't control the construction in front of my house, or even the noise levels. So anyways, let's get right into it. So the military, I made a few mistakes last time on trying to get my 2 squads set up. I couldn't remember how to do it, and actually I think it might have changed. It's been a while, but I figured it out. So anyways, we got 2 squads, a Mark's Dwarf squad that's not named correctly. Let's name that correctly. That'll drive me nuts. It's not Makers. Mark's Dwarves. There. Alright, so those will be my Mark's Dwarves. We'll rename them when we get more squads and better people and blah blah blah. So we got melee dwarves and Mark dwarves. As you can see, I named them. Let's go out of there and let's go into this. I named them so it'll be easier to find. Since I don't have Dwarf Therapist, took a while. I had to go in and do it individually. Without Dwarf Therapist, how you do it is you view them. In this screen, you hit Y for customize. You can see it right there. Y, customize, P, and you just rename them. So that just makes it easier for setting up your squads and everything, so you're not searching through menus over and over and over and over and wasting time. So let's exit that. I also, you can name a few other things and do give them nicknames and all that, but I usually let them come up with their own nicknames, unless of course they're stupid. So anyways, back to the military screen. Actually, before we set up that military, there's a few other things I want to point out. I've made a few changes. As you can see, I'm going to clear out this area here. This will be my barracks for training my melee dwarves, while this will be my archeries. I had a few more targets. Usually I channel out an area behind the archery range to collect bolts that they missed, but it didn't work the way I expected in the last time I tried doing it, so I'm not even going to bother right now. I've got enough wood, and hopefully a bone will come along that I won't have to worry about that. If you go down here, you'll see a couple other small minor changes. I cleared out this area here. This is where my well will be, and this right here goes up and is a separate staircase going down to my hospital. I do that because I don't want blood scattered all down these steps and everything and making it look dirty, and yeah. So the idea is I have this secluded from the rest of the area. You can see that I've got just a few rooms. I'll have it expanded out probably later. For now, won't worry about it. You can see I have this area channeled for the well above. There'll be a channel here for well going down, and this room below it will be where all the water will gush in. What I'll do is I'll set up a fortification, dig this out here from above, the level above, and this will fill up and be safe from creatures crawling up my wells. So that is there. One of the other minor changes I made, and you can see I no longer have my this Tulan. He is my leader. He is no longer going to be my bookkeeper. I've made this Novus bookkeeper my dedicated. The reason being is he has diagnosis, and it's a very, very, very rare skill to have. I've had well, I've lost a lot of dwarves in the past because I could never diagnose them, and they all died before they could do anything, or they were cripples and were useless. So I did want that diagnosis. I also have another one. This guy's going to be my wound dresser, and I have a couple other I have to name, but I'm not going to do it this episode. Not too worried yet. Anyways, also I've this miner, the weaponsmith, he is basically no longer going to be a miner unless I really need it. He's going to be a primary weaponsmith, so I can start pumping out some iron arrows or bolts and weapons and whatnot. And eventually I do the same with this armor smith. But for now I'm going to leave these 2 miners going, and I think there's one more. I think this mason's also a miner, and I'll let him go too. Eventually, as I get more dwarves, both these guys will be never probably mine and be primary weaponsmith, armor smiths. They decent skills. So, anyway, so that is that. I also want to get burrows done, but I'm not gonna worry about it now. Well, just yet, and I'll explain later. I'll probably make a civilian one in between this episode and the next, maybe even later. We'll see how the first ambush goes. You also notice I made some up steps here so we can get access to add the roof here. This will all eventually be blocked off once the roof has been added, because I really am worried about creatures getting in. And I'm really sick of seeing this red. It keeps on thinking it's blood, but it's actually just leaves. But anyways, the other thing that's important is I really need to get my some things built. Beds need to be like literally non-stop being built. My thrones and chairs are coming along alright. Wooden bolts need to be pumped out. This wood literally needs to be empty. I want a lot of wooden bolts for practice reasons. And this leatherworks really needs to get done, because I need quivers, because I think I have 3 quivers, and well, I got a lot of marksmen. So anyways, hopefully that will be there. Anyways, let's finish setting up our military. I still got to set up their schedule, which is very important. So let's go to M for military. What we're going to do is we're going to go into S. You can see it down here, schedule. So you hit S. Now, once I get a couple more dedicated fire or squads for fighting, I won't worry too much about the way I set this up. Right now, I'm not even going to have an area for them to defend. I'm literally going to have them train non-stop. There's no reason for it at the moment, because their training areas are right where they'll be fighting anyway. So if someone shows up to attack, my people are already sitting there ready to go, and I'll probably have a burrow for them to when the alert pops up. For now, not worry about it. So let's set up the training though. First things first, we will go into edit order. So E for edit order. Train. We're going to leave that as train, but what we are going to adjust is, as you can see down here, it's 10 soldiers minimum. You don't really want to have that way. No, you want to have them have some downtime to eat, sleep, and not be, well, pissy. So make sure you reduce that. If you don't, you might have issues. With a squad as small as this with 6, I'll probably only have 2 required minimum. I think 2 is the oh, really, there's 1 soldier. I think you need 2 to train, but whatever. So we're going to always have 2 training at all times. Alright, so shift, or let's go shift enter to finish. Make sure you shift enter to done. Alright, so that type of training is going on here. What we will do is we will copy this order, and we will paste it all the way down. So P all the way down. Eventually this will definitely change as certain dwarves become more militarist and they start getting kills and become, like, you know, uber badass. You're gonna have them, they're not gonna be happy being inactive, just like these dwarves right now will probably be unhappy if they're active too long. So you got to make sure you're keeping an eye on that. You don't want your military to be pissed off and going into a temper spiral, because, well, they're the ones that are fighting and they'll kill everyone. So go to the right here, and we'll do the same thing for the melee dwarves. We will just have them train. We will adjust all that later, and make sure it's right. Oop, there's 1 month worth 10 minimum. Make sure that is right, because you can have a month of horror, temper tantrum. Alright, so that is the orders for now. We'll eventually adjust all that as time goes on. Let's go escape, and make sure, I want to make sure that my uniforms are good real quick. So let's go to N. Just leaving the leather one with the crossbows selected for now, and the ammunition type set off, and the metal armor will be set with battle axes, because that's all we got for weapons at the moment. And I don't want anyone becoming a wrestler. I want you to fight with a battle axe. God willing, that's what happens. So anyways, that's really it for adding, at least for right now. We're going to probably let it run for a few minutes. Once some of this area gets digged out for like my other things, we're going to start opening up some other areas. I think we're going to actually open up this area, start doing some pigtails and collecting them and turning them into cloth. We will need that, or thread and cloth. We will need that for our hospital. We also should probably consider butchering a couple animals while we're at it and getting some fat turned into tallow, which will be turned into soap, so we can start getting our soap industry. Although I still need lye, and I guess I could make some. I don't got anyone with lye making skills yet, so we might have to wait till our caravan comes in with lye. Hopefully nobody will get injured too quick in the beginning here. So anyways, I'm gonna just let it run here. Let them do some stuff. Not much is going on right now anyways. So what we'll do is we'll skip ahead and we'll see where things go. And maybe something interesting will pop up. Alright, and we're back. So a few things got done in a short period between the last stop here. As you can see, my archery range has finally finished. I've set up for training for just the marked dwarves. They haven't started yet, but that's probably because they're all in here training in the barracks. I've tried this before without having the marked dwarves train in the barracks and only the archer range. It never works. I don't know if it's a bug or designed that way. They have to have both for the even start training in the archery. So hopefully we'll keep an eye on that and actually see if they start doing that at any point in time. I'd like to think they do, but we'll see. So so they're there. This is finished. As you can see, with the, if you look at this, I don't know if you've never seen it before, the TIQ, you can set up certain things to the training areas. I have this one set up to train, to individual equipment, and to squad equip. I did nothing with the sleep, just because I have it set up so that they'll be sleeping on their own in their own beds. Eventually I'll probably move the sleeping quarters up to here, or maybe down in this level I'll have military barracks just for sleeping. We'll see. I like to have them closer than way down on this level. Not to say it takes for them to move that fast. I've got most of the quivers done, and I've got all my my weapons created. I had to make some more charcoal. The leatherwork, yep, there it goes. The leatherwork's finished up on that. So let's get the carpenter's workshop going on some more beds, because it's just something that always needs to be being created here. The mason's workshop, we're now going to start focusing our mason on, well, we got the tables, we've got everything there. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to start doing some blocks. Yeah, let's do some blocks here. Or actually, doors blocks. Oh my god, I can't figure it out. We'll do blocks for now, and then we'll continue. Actually, I'll fill it up with blocks for now. Get the Dwarf's workshop working on some wood here. We'll continue with the wood bolts and just fill that up. Keep on going there. And I don't think there's too much else here I need to do. I probably should get this worked out. Oh wait, forgot. There it is. It's been cleared out. Okay, so we do have, oh, didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to zoom out that far. There we go. Zoom in a little bit closer anyways. Alright, so let's see. That's been channeled down. Excellent. And all cleared out. Good to go. Alright, so now it's just time to get the water rolling in. Actually, before I even do that, let's build a wall, and let's just build it right here, and we'll just make it out of, let's say, obsidian blocks. We got a couple of them, so we'll do obsidian blocks there. Let's wait for that to get built in, because I don't want my dwarves wandering into a watery grave. Hopefully no one's trapped down there. Yep. I also forbid these items down here, just to make sure nobody's stupid enough to do that. Alright, there, it's built. Now let's DH channel, and let's channel that area out there. That should let everything roll in. That's space. Yep. And there it is. There we go. Alright, so there we go. We got ourselves an area with water now. So we can have nice fresh water. Before we finish here, let's build. See a wall again. Let's see. I don't know how much that'll matter. Let's put a wall here. Wall there. And we'll do obsidian blocks again. And once that gets built, we're actually going to build a couple. Anyways, let's go DH. And this right here will be another well. And let's get a well built up here. Hopefully I have everything needed for it. Might have to make some chains. So let's see. Well, there it is. L. Oh, I need mechanisms. Alright, so let's get those on. Actually, I need 4, I think. So let's add T, and T. Alright, so that's all the mechanisms I should require. Let's resume, and let's see. Is anyone actually using... Oh, this is going to concern me if nobody decides to train in here. Maybe if I turn off training here for Mark Dwarves, see what happens. We'll give that a minute and see how it works. I want to make sure that they're actually using the range, which will bug me if they don't. What? A masterpiece apricot wood bed. Oh, good to know. I didn't realize he was a master, what do you want to call it? Carpenter. Here's the other thing we're going to do. Let's DH channel out this area here. Actually, we won't do that just yet. The idea is I want to have another bridge here anyways. And so basically the idea is the enemies come pouring in. And like, this has already been lifted up, both these. So they're like, and they come around, they're getting shot at, and of course if they don't make it that far, that's fine, I won't even bother. Once they reach about here, that's when we pull the leather, and as they come along here, they're like, oh, we're gonna make it, and then the thing closes, and they're like, oh shit. And then they're stuck in this room, getting shot at by Mark's dwarves, and they're getting annihilated, and it's great stuff. Good stuff, that's what it is. So, anyways, that's the plan. Yeah, we'll do that in the next episode. I'm not too worried about it just yet. Actually, I'm not even worried about getting the, well, we've actually got it carved out. We actually have a hospital carved out. So right now, we really need to start getting some other things done. For instance, cloths. So now that everything's mined out, let's go over here. Oops, D. And let's get ourselves... Oh, wait a minute, do we got water? Yeah, we do. There's always a water. Water is always seemingly an issue. So let's go over here, and we are going to just clear out this area right here. And that will be where we'll set some more crop land for our pigtails. And then right next to that, we'll actually have a dump for it without bins, which will basically be fed into a weaver. And we have a dedicated weaver, which is good. That was kind of convenient. And we'll get that thread. And yeah, let's continue here. See, I want to see, will they start shooting? Will they? No, they won't. Why aren't they? Hopefully that's not still bugged for the archery range. Oh, there they go. There's the shooting I wanted to see. You are awesome. Thank you for this. I was really worried about them not actually using that. So, seems like in many cases they prefer to do the individual drills. So, anyways, we'll let that run. I'm trying to think of anything else we need to do. It's probably not a bad idea to get down here and let's look at our stocks. I want to make sure that we're cooking our food. I don't know how up to date everything is. Everything there. Food wise, we're not doing bad. We're not doing great either. I mean, basically everyone's eating raw food right now. I think they've already went through all of our prepared food maybe. Yeah, I think all the prepared food is gone. Actually, we'll be able to see if we look at this because I think they left it there. There's a few turkey hen egg biscuits there. That's good news. So there is some food. I don't know why. Oh, I think I know why. This food stockpile might be set. We'll take from anywhere. I don't get why it's not picking up this prepared food. It's set up for it. Maybe another bug? Oh, why wasn't prepared? Oh, because this is... Oh, no wonder. So let's look at... This is the one we're supposed to be looking at. This is the right one. So let's look at this. Food, prepared food is on. I don't think that applies to unprepared. And I have another separate thing for that. So, I don't get it. Why isn't prepared food being put in here? That makes me wonder, especially considering I know it's not, there's the lack of anyone with jobs to haul. That's all in place. Well, whatever. Anyways, let's build. I forgot I need to add thrones in here. Get that out of the way. Light. Light. I'll do that all the way around. Yeah, I don't know how I'm even getting obsidian at this point. They shouldn't even be making obsidian anything. Apparently they are. That thing's set to just rhyolite, and it shouldn't. Nothing should be close to it otherwise. But whatever. All right, so there's more rhyolite, and we'll do another rhyolite and another rhyolite. All right, so let's make sure this is big enough to start. Why is there no throne room set? There it is. So let's free that table. Let's centralize on this table, and we'll expand out to there. Yep, that should be good enough for now. Well, I'll go one more. There, bam. And meeting hall, yes. H. And there we go. So we got a better meeting hall now. And it is now summer. Summer. So we should be getting probably another migrant wave anytime now, which reminds me we need to do one other thing that we haven't been doing. Setting up bedrooms. Actually, it's probably one of the most important things because, well, people get pissed off pretty bad when they have to sleep on the floor a bunch. So let's continue with this, the making of the beds. I already probably did a whole slew of them already, but let's make a bunch more. And then we got to start setting up these bedrooms down here. Actually, let's see, what do we want to do here? What do we want to do? You know what? We're gonna skip ahead here. I'll have these bedrooms done, and yeah, we'll have that, and maybe something interesting will happen in between then and there. All right, we'll jump back into it here. Yeah, so as you see, they are using it, although I'm confused why there's only one ever shooting at once in an archery range. I'm curious if I need to make each one of these an archery range. The way I was presented before, you just make one. That's something I'll check on in between this episode and the next to see if you need to designate each one of these or if it's just one room with all these attached to it. I would think that's the way it is, but I could be completely wrong. So hopefully we'll have that in there. I'm also going to start allowing them to train in here. Oh, maybe not. I think I'm going to let them do that for now. No, if there's only going to be one in there, we'll set it up for now. Until I at least figure out what's going on. I can have them at least training up something. And of course, I will, and here's a tipper, keep an eye on the happiness level of your military dwarves. If they start going from happy to content to, like, lousy, beware. And I would recommend turning that squad inactive for a short while and have them do other things, because they will get pissy if they're on duty too long. Outside, of course, that dwarf that just has bloodlust and, you know, doesn't mind killing. Anyways, so let's go down. Pointing out here, something I use and I see some people don't use is the hotkeys. I really like to actually have them. It took me a minute to start setting them up. Right now I've only got the 4, so we've got the gate here, the crafting area, the hall, and then our rooms. Eventually I'll have another one. This one is the most important, the forge, because if you do a magma forge where you don't have a volcano, it means it's probably 30 levels down and you don't want to be doing this thing going down. Also, if you haven't noticed, I'm digging my way down to make those magma forges so I can start equipping my dwarves properly. I don't want to sit here and be using up all of my charcoal and wood primarily for, you know, as a fuel source. I want to start turning it into steel, and yeah, also if you notice I need an iron chain, and that's because I only have one rope. And in order, actually, let's see, has he made enough mechanisms yet? 2 maybe? Nope, he hasn't even started making mechanisms. So slow. But yeah, so we're gonna need two wells. Also, I was gonna make a cleaning area for dwarves to clean themselves. I think they'll use a dwarf for cleaning them, or well for cleaning themselves at, but I'm not sure. If not, I had an idea to actually have an area up here. Maybe not here. Maybe I'll do it somewhere else. Maybe I might do it over here. Yeah, maybe I'll do it right here. An area where water will come in, and basically I'll have it so you have water here that's sitting still, not going anywhere, and then dwarves can go down and wash in it. And then let's say if someone comes down with troll blood or some other nasty disease and they wash themselves out, that water will be, well, spread to every other dwarf. So see if this works, if the case comes up, and have it so there'll be gates so I can close this room off and clear out all the water and have all fresh water come into this room, and then close off those gates and open it back up for cleaning. Not too sure just yet how that will work, but hey, I'm gonna give it a shot. So, because I don't have a waterfall for my dwarves to clean themselves underneath at the moment. I could have done that here, but we're not. Also, notice I've started to put up a floor, and actually while we're in this, I've already got some floor done, so we'll continue to build more. So floor, and let's just get this here like so. Actually, we can just do this instead. We're gonna have to do more than that, but hey, that will work for now. Alright, so make sure that's like that, place that, and rhyolite blocks. Also of note, and I don't know why it was happening, my rhyolite blocks were coming out of the production and getting forbidden. I don't know if that's a bug either. I use enough blocks, we'll see what happens and see how things work. Oh, need one in our bars. Damn it. Get you making another... actually, instead of doing that, let's do this smelted tetrahedrite and make a copper. We'll use that for the chain instead of wasting our iron, because we're gonna want all the iron we can get to make steel, and pig iron, and well, pig iron to make steel. All right, so let's resume. Oh, speak of the devil, I resume. An expansive cavern deep underground. So let's look at this cavern closely, and we'll probably finish up this episodes by looking at this cavern. So let's see. Alright, what do we got here? We have dacite. Dacite, don't see any minerals. What are these, rubies? Zircon. Maybe I'll get, nope, opals. Alright, and these are mushroom, fungi wood. Let's go down a few levels. Let's see, I don't see spider silk. That's what, oh, wait a minute. Oh, tower caps. Okay, I was gonna say, I thought that was, at first I thought this was wood. Oh, there we go. There's some more iron, I think. Oh, quartz cluster. But yeah, at first I thought, I'm like, oh god, is there another, like, a cobalt civilization or something crazy down here? Don't see anything too much. The good news with getting this cavern, that means that we're gonna actually, I'll probably do it in between episodes, after we mine out our foraging area. Maybe I'll do it in episode 6, is once you open up the caverns, what that means is these little color things, these plants will start growing in your open cave areas. So I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open up a huge space for all of my animals to reside in, so they have stuff to eat. Also, my horses, I think I'm not going to let them continue to breed like crazy, at least until I can get some. Once I get alpacas or another llama, I'm going to focus on them as my primary grazing animal, so I'm not sharing that grazing area with animals that can't produce both cloth and meat and bone and leather. So let's continue to look around here. Alright, so ooh, is this, oh, marble. So here's our fluxstone people. So we do have a fluxstone down here. Good news. Let's continue to look around here. More opals. Galena. So we got ourselves some silver. Not that important, but hey, it's useful for making hammer. So, and I usually will late game start making a lot of hammer dwarves. Axes are okay in the beginning when you get ambushes and maybe the first siege or two. But after that, once you start getting heavily armored goblins and elves and whoever else might show up, you really, really want to start getting some hammers. Well, at least maces or hammers, because it's so much better to deal with that heavy armor. Let's continue going down. Maybe emeralds. Tourmaline, nothing great. And we'll continue. Wait, what's this? Rutile, no idea. Alright, continue going down, continue going down. Alright, doesn't look like much there. Well, it's a cave. It is what it is. We might actually, is there any, I was gonna say, if it's connecting to the edge of a map or a massive cave system, then what you can have is a sieges coming from below. So that's nice to know, because I might end up having multiple military operations, one below and one above. Anyways, let's go back up here. Let's see. Let's finish. Actually, let's do that in the next episode. Actually, in between episodes, I'm gonna have it so that they're digging down into a separate area. And yeah, we're gonna definitely have to go through another section. We'll go off to the right or something. Before we go, let's see, milk quartz, yeah. So anyways, let's go back to the top here. We'll adjust all that and we'll get ourselves, I'll have an area dug out to start the forges at the beginning of the next episode, and we'll have that there. Anyways, so it's been a pleasant little episode here. I will see you guys all in the next episode of Dwarf Fortress DF 2014. Peace.